My name is Andrew Churchill. I'm the Managing Director here at JJ Churchill Limited, subcontract precision engineering business based in the Midlands. The business started on Christmas Day 1937. My grandfather started the business, and we focus on supplying precision engineered components and assemblies to a variety of industrial segments: aerospace, defence, high horsepower diesel engine and power generation industries. We're a small family business, about 120 employees at the moment, and we put our workforce at the centre of the things that we do. We take a very different approach from perhaps your typical PLC or larger company, which might put shareholders first, customers second and then employees. My view is quite simple. If we don't look after our employees, we don't need to worry about our customers, and the shareholders don't even need to worry about getting a look in. So employee health and safety, employee well-being, how people enjoy their jobs, and most importantly, how healthy we all are, is at the top of my priorities. Precision engineering is an active environment. We have machine operators on their feet all day. There is potential for health and safety issues if it's not approached carefully. I think it's probably worth picking up on two key areas here. Optical, having your glasses and your safety glasses bang up to date in terms of prescriptions, making sure you haven't got any lingering optical problems around the corner, and having that ability to be checked regularly is very, very important for all of our employees. And we have all of our employees checked on a regular annual programme. But one that's perhaps more interesting, to my perspective, is that there is a risk of strains, back strains, etc., if things are picked up incorrectly. And the ability to have a very, very quick access to a consultant or to a scan service, so that if there has been some damage done inadvertently, in or out of work, the diagnosis can be made extremely quickly. You can take that information back to your GP, you can move it forward. That's something that we were offering to a degree ourselves as a business privately, but the structure that the EEF cash plan provides makes it far easier to execute. Our annual wage round negotiation is always a colourful time of year, as it is in many manufacturing companies. And when we came to negotiate last year around summertime, we were in a rather difficult position. There had been a pay freeze in the previous year through the recession. Everybody had taken a reduction in hours on top of that, short-time working, etc. And whilst the company wasn't in a position to offer a substantial pay reward, and even though the union probably recognised that in its heart of hearts, there was still an expectation that good times had returned and it was a chance for some form of increment on the base wage. And we were a million miles apart in terms of our expectations. The union side of the table, the management side of the table, about 10 percentage points apart would probably be a fair and reasonable assessment. What we saw with the EEF cash plan was an opportunity to provide something of real value to the employees, but because it was group bargained, if you like, through EEF with Westfield, the employer was getting an incredible value deal. So in other words, the cost to us was far less than the value to each of us as employees. And that was really what swung the wage negotiation. And we ended up concluding very quickly once this new opportunity had been put on the table. As an EEF member, I'd heartily endorse this programme. A couple of things make it quite substantially different from others that we've looked at in the past. Many programmes are very complex, laborious to join. There are exclusions in terms of what is and what isn't covered. They take a while to come into effect. None of that applies with this scheme. With the EEF cash plan through Westfield Health, it's very, very simple to apply for. It comes into place very, very quickly. And most importantly, there was a degree of cynicism from our workforce as to how easy it was going to be to claim. None of that is the case. I've claimed for both optical and dental checks so far, and it is probably the simplest scheme. Not probably, it is the simplest scheme by far that I've been engaged with. I've polled a number of my employees in all different departments across the business, and that tends to be the consensus, that it's a simple scheme to apply for and delights. It gives what it says on the packet.